Hello there and welcome to my lab tutorials. This is Lucy. If you are new to this channel, thank you for clicking to this video and remember to hit the subscribe button. Also like this video, share, comment, and if you are returning, thank you so much for your support. I hope you are learning as I also learn, and I pray that I can meet your expectation every time we have a moment of science. So today we'll be looking at the life cycle of malaria. We will start from a bite by a mosquito, and not all mosquitoes transmit malaria. The one that transmits malaria is called the female Anopheles mosquito. We have others that do not transmit malaria, and we have others that transmit other types of diseases. So for today, we focus on the female Anopheles mosquito that transmits malaria when we have a bite. And when it has a bite or the blood meal, what we call the blood meal, it releases sporozoites into the bloodstream, which will go into the liver and infect hepatocytes. In P. ovale and P. vivax, it causes the development of hypnozoites, and in P. falciparum, the development of schizons. And this phase results into highly infected hepatocytes, and the phase is referred to as hepatic cycle or exoerythrocytic cycle. Once the schizont or hypnozoites rupture, they release merozoites, and merozoites infect red blood cells, and red blood cells will then develop into immature trophozoite, what we call ring stage, and then develop into mature trophozoite, and then mature again into a schizont. Now at schizont, then there is rupturing of the schizont, and this will now release more merozoites that will infect new red blood cells. And this cycle is referred to as erythrocytic cycle. Schizont also develops into gametocytes, and these are now ingested through a blood meal from a female Anopheles mosquito. And now within the mosquito, the female macrogametocyte and the male extraflagellated microgametocyte will merge to form a zygote, and the zygote becomes an ookinete, and the ookinete develops into an oocyst uh, within the gut wall. And this now will travel to the salivary glands of the mosquito, and now, of course, release sporozoites, and the cycle continues by now the mosquito biting another new non-infected individual. Now, this cycle that happens within the mosquito is referred to as the sporogonic cycle. The time between the blood meal and infection of hepatocytes takes about 30 minutes, and the exoerythrocytic hepatic cycle takes 5 to 6 days, and the erythrocytic cycle will usually take 48 hours, whereas the sporogonic cycle takes between 8 to 15 days. So in summary, the components of our malaria cycle between the mosquito vector and the human host, which we said begins when a mosquito bites a gametocytemic person, usually now will lead to the sporogonic cycle that releases the infective sporozoites, and these sporozoites are transferred into a human host through another bite. And the first period, we call it the prepatent period between the infection and the parasites becoming visible in the bloodstream. And also we have an overlapping incubation period that now is from infection time until the onset of the first symptoms. Of course, now clinical illness, and if treated, recovery. If not treated, it may result into mortality. So that is it for today. So for our next lesson, we will now look at what is the pathogenesis of malaria and how does it result into clinical illness, and how does it develop and also become or lead to what we call complications of malaria, among others. So thank you so much. If you have any questions, kindly post them at the comment section, and let's meet as we talk about the pathogenesis of malaria.